Good evening, guys. It's me, Josiah again. Another beautiful night here. Well, today was a beautiful day in Vegas, and some days that you don't get what you need to be done, but it's part of life. People are down right now because the COVID. I mean, COVID, another thing that's happening around because Vegas might be doing some semi lockdown things, and every state is also doing lockdown Thanksgiving. As I said in my other videos, it's a tough time for everybody, But this year for me is not tough. This year for me, that was a blessing because last year was really tough. This year was was just good, stable and quiet. And sometimes you get near down points that I had some major problems at the beginning of the month, but I solved them. And that's the thing. I was talking to my godson today, and he was just depressed because he's a young guy in the Philippines. You know, he came from a time that from a family that's well off, so he was never used to working and seeing the corporate world in the Philippines. And he was saying, man, life is hard. Yes, life is hard if you accept it's hard. Every moment in our lives is a teaching moment. This is a teaching moment for me because the reason is, what I call this, I'm using every brain cell in my body to solve my problems. You know, still have some bills from the hospital I need to pay, and I also have a lot of bills from my credit cards I need to pay too also. So I had debt, and also that trying to start my business over here. Because I was supposed to interview, I was supposed to have I was going to hire a helper. My helper never appeared today. Okay, I was supposed to interview a kid who was going to apply for my job as my assistant. He never appeared. I was supposed to do a presentation for one guy. He canceled. That's the thing that it happens. My boss said that he's under pressure right now because the reason is he has to perform. He has to get the numbers up. I'm trying to get the numbers up, but because of akafufu, right now that people are holding tight on their money, and we call this, talk to my colleagues, they're also having problems with that. It's not, it's just, it's one of those downtimes for everybody. But you know what? I have a feeling that everything will be up again. You feel defeated, but remember one thing: one of my favorite heroes and role model was Trump. Donald Trump right now, does he look like he's defeated? No. He keeps working. But he's gonna win. You know why? The belief of survivability in this world. You gotta believe you're gonna win. You're not gonna win everything. You'll win small battles. If you want to learn about life, play chess. Okay? Do not put analogy of football and everything. Chess. Because we are faced with multiple problems ahead. And sometimes you can solve one problem today and you can solve one problem tomorrow. And it's just frustrating. But that's frustrating. That's the way of learning things. Did you know when the Wright brothers flew? Do you know how many times that they had to fail and crash until they find out the perfect structure to fly a plane? See, it's that way. The thing is, I like to compare this. It's just that the situation right now is Valley Forge. Imagine this, okay? One of my heroes is George Washington. He was in Valley Forge, no money. His men are sick. Snow was coming on the ground. The people that didn't believe in the revolution. And one night, he found a way to get his people to be motivated. What did he do? At the middle of the night, he moved his army. Told them, "We have one glorious victory. It's one victory until we go. Because this victory will prove that it's a word to fight for the revolution." So they attacked Trenton, where the Hessians are, and drove the and then and we call it, and eliminated that force from the British army. And because they went back to Valley Forge, united as an army. And through that winter, the army became one. They became one unit. They knew that, okay, we got this. We're gonna fight for this. People won't appreciate us, but our legends will live down in history. People don't like hardship. That's a fact. That's why during the Revolutionary War, nobody supported the revolution. No, they'll say, I'll pay the taxes. But sometimes that you gotta realize one thing. When it's time like that, to change life like that, you gotta face it. And it's nowhere to turn. Sometimes you have to go through it. Sometimes that you gotta sacrifice things like social life. To work and grind. Sometimes that we call us that people turn on you. Okay? You know, we call us your favorite friends. They might be living their lives right now. You'll be living alone and fighting it. And fighting your problems on your own. But that's as life is. It's just one struggle after another. But you know what? Our lives are easier in America. Imagine that, okay, we are too spoiled in America. Imagine if you live somewhere in India on the third caste. Now that's life, really hard life. Our lives over here in America is a dream. And we complain. You know why? We're not used to hardship. Get used to hardship, guys. It will teach you. And it won't break you, it will make you stronger. Sometimes that you promise, you see, right now, the next time we talk, by next year, everything will be up again. And we'll be enjoying, because the good times. Sometimes that, if life just try to, it grinds your face at the ground, remember one thing. If life can hold you down, but you gotta hold you down forever. You will turn. Like in jiu-jitsu. Okay? You put on a hold on somebody, they'll find a way to break out that hold. You know why? They either tap out or find a leverage way to get out of that hold. The difference between the guy who did this and the guy who breaks the hold is no difference. If you give up one day, the next time you go in life again, it's a learning experience. You can break that hold or that problem. You might find that problem solution. Sometimes you won't. Okay? And get this. Enjoy life. Try to appreciate life. Okay? It's not a cakewalk. But the more, pushes you to the best you can be, that person that can survive anything. Okay, guys, enjoy out there. I know you're sad down there, out there, that situations, but do not be sad. It's part of life. We'll be happy again.